Hey everybody, Bulbzac here once again, and welcome to the three-part finale of Let's Play Final Fantasy Adventure. Here we are in front of the Tower of Gemma. It is the last dungeon of the game, and it is the longest dungeon of the game. Before we go any further, I might as well explain what's going on. Right now, I am recording this post-commentary. Why am I recording this post-commentary? Well, it turns out that no matter what I do, this game never records right. Originally, this didn't come out when it was supposed to, because if you remember, I had been having frame issues where it would actually just freeze a frame and then not really catch up and desync and all that stuff. And when I recorded this originally, it got really, really bad. So bad that I decided it was unusable. I was just not going to end off with the footage as it was. So I decided that I would play back through the game and I would re-record. Now, all the time I had done this, it seemed to have something to do with the Camtasia recorder. I have no idea what was causing this. It probably deserves further investigation, especially if I ever decide to let's play any more Game Boy games via emulator. But I really need to look that up. Unfortunately, whenever I would record just the gameplay footage and audio via Visual Boy Advance, it would desync badly every single time. So I also had to fix that. And how I fixed that was a program called Virtual Dub. Now the problem is, in order for it to be fixed, like I have been fixing, to be fixed with Virtual Dub, that would make my live commentary, which I actually did record for this, unusable. I ended up having a minute more, once everything was fixed, a minute more live commentary than I had actual time, and that would mean that my commentary was desynced rather badly with the footage, even though the game audio is now synced rather well with the game video. So, much like I did with Chrono Trigger, it was off to do post-commentary for me. I need to figure out what's going on, because if I do more things like this, post-commentary does not have that same flavor as live commentary does. Maybe you guys like it more, I don't know. But live commentary is more in the moment, and you really miss that here with post-commentary. And there's really not that spontaneity that you like. Sure, I can take things a little more slow and a little bit more methodical, but I also have to realize that there are things I'm not going to be able to cover as well. So it's just been a lose-lose. It just hasn't been a very good system of actually putting things together with this playthrough. I record via Camtasia Studios, the Camtasia screen recorder, and things don't record well for some reason. If I just record the AVI, then I have to fix it via Virtual Dub, and I can't use my live commentary. There's no magical solution. I wish there was. I wish I could figure out what it is, and that's probably going to be something I have to look forward to. Also, the fact that once I'm done with Virtual Dub, for some reason, the AVI that Virtual Dub spits out does not like to play nice with Camtasia, and I can't scroll through it and look at the scenes and slice it up exactly how I want. So I actually have to guesstimate where I am and take it slowly in order to get the sliced up video. So I'm going to be taking this post commentary one video segment at a time instead of all at once, and slicing it up afterwards. Before I go any further, this is our first boss of the Tower of Gemma. Yes, I said first. There are actually 3 bosses in the Tower of Gemma. Like I said, it's a very long dungeon. This first boss is called Dragon. It will spit fireballs at you, and unfortunately, I had been out of practice with the game a lot at this point, so I keep on getting turned around, which is really bad when you're trying to slice it. Now, the thing is, what you kind of want to do is you kind of want to have the dragon sword. Unlike what I have right here. I was hoping that maybe I could hit him with it, but with the Morning Star, but it wasn't working. The dragon has a very small hitbox. It's just around like the face beak area, and you can only hit him in that small window of opportunity there, which makes just going all straight out, just soaking up damage against him, just going all out, and wailing on them like you normally do, not that great of a strategy. What you want to do is you want to charge up your sword and then use a charge attack to try to get a couple of hits. That's probably the best way to do it, or you can just you can just go all berserker on them. So anyway, a little bit about the Tower of Gemma. As I said, it is the longest tower of the largest dungeon of the game. It has 3 bosses. Typically, this dungeon and the final area will take you half an hour to 45 minutes to get through. Just depends on how you're doing, how long you take to go through it. I'll be getting into the rest of the bosses later. That's going to be in the next video. We're going to be covering the last 2 bosses then. The reason it's going to take so long is because right now I am actually trying to get some very specific pieces of armor. We will be not only be getting the best weapon in the game in this finale, we will be getting the best piece of armor in the game. We're going to be upgrading everything. Now, you're going to get the best weapon of the game as part of the story. You're going to upgrade that rusty sword finally to the legendary sword, Excalibur. However, all the pieces of armor are optional, and they are only dropped by very specific enemies. What we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking for the samurai helm and the samurai armor, which is the regular main piece of armor, as well as the Aegis, whatever it's called, the Aegis shield. I will explain what enemies hold what and what you're looking for when we get to them, as far as tactics and all that's concerned. There are essentially 3 specific enemies that are only specific to this area portion of the game. The one holding the shield will be in the last video. Now, these demon heads drop the first special piece of armor, and that's the samurai helm. Now, what you saw there is my item inventory is full. Normally they drop also, besides the armor, another type of item. What you do is, if you're just trying to get the piece of armor and your item inventory is full, is you keep on pressing up against it until the game eventually gives you the piece of armor. That's a nice little tidbit, and I'm going to be using it as well against the other enemy in the game to get the samurai armor, and it's actually going to be in the same video. In fact, I'm going to tell you what the other enemy of the game is. See, the red demons actually dropped the helm, as you know. The samurai armor itself is dropped by the ninjas. You saw the ninjas running around. The ninjas also drop another good item, but we'll be getting to that, I think, at the end of this video. But what we're looking for right now, like I said, is we're looking for both the samurai helm and the samurai armor, and I wanted to get that before I got to the final boss. So I'm taking my time to actually explore the floors and the layouts of this dungeon a bit more than I would be if I were just going straight to the boss, just because I don't want to miss out. So right here are the ninjas. If you're grinding, if you're trying to get the best items of the game, this is the enemy you really want to be fighting in this last segment of the dungeon. You want to be spending your time really taking on the ninja. And so I really searched them out here. As you saw, the areas of the Tower of Gemma are connected by teleporters. Now, the Tower of Gemma is kind of a maze. If you don't know what you're doing, like I did the first time I played, you can get lost and end up looping around unbeknownst to you. Really, it can be quite intuitive to move forward, but if you're just wandering around aimlessly, just be advised you can get lost. Okay. So, moving on now. So I talked about how we are looking for the last piece of armor, how the Tower of Gemma is the largest tower of the game, the largest dungeon in the game, and how we are going to be fighting 3 bosses here. That's pretty much it. This is your final trial. You get done with this, you really don't have to worry about anything until the final boss. That being said, there's a lot going here, and the thing is, once you enter into this dungeon, be prepared that you're not going to come back out. So if you're running low on keys, find rooms like the one I was in down below that had skeletons in there, and try to grind on skeletons to get keys if you're running low or you run out. because you do not want to leave this dungeon and have to go back in, because it's a long trek. Essentially, consider that once you walk into those front doors, you're in it for the long haul. You're going to be staying for the entire time. So, anyway, other things I could talk about. Let's see, I talked about the whole thing about me doing this game. That's why, the way I was doing this recording, that's why it took so long for me to get the finale out. And I've played through this game 3 or 4 times now. I've enjoyed my playthrough for the most part, but as you can probably see, I have gotten a little bit rusty. That's to be expected. You can only go through this game so many times before, and especially since it had been a while since I had last played, and I had to do several practice recording things with the Visual Boy Advance to try to come up with the best codec I wanted to use when I record all that stuff. I still don't know what the answer is, but I have Virtual Dub. I really don't care. I'm also this week doing a lot of stuff with the Mana series. This is the first game of the Seiken Densetsu series, or the Mana series. If you are paying attention, I'll get back to that. Here we are. We found the samurai armor. That's what you want. We now have the best piece of armor in the game. We won't have to worry about that GS shield until after we're out of the Tower of Gemma. Then we'll worry about it. It's not going to be higher on our priority list. As I said, this is the first game in the Mana series. I'm doing a lot of stuff with the Mana series right now. I just finished over on Unreal Arcade, is where it's been being posted right as we speak, and it's soon going to be going out with my HUD Pages account either today or tomorrow. I finished my very first impressions article, which was on Seiken Densetsu 3, the third game in the series. There's also videos of that. I also had to get some pictures for the article, so I actually played through the first portion of the game again with Eddie Phoenix and recorded it to get the pictures, and I'm actually posting it one video a day up on the Unreal Arcade YouTube channel. Today, video number 2 of that is going to go up. Really enjoyed that. I'm also going to be doing something with Secret of Mana soon. To find out what I'm going to be doing with that, you're going to have to stay tuned to Sunday's announcement video, because I'm going to be announcing all that, what to expect going forward with my channel, and announcements of upcoming stuff. So I am going to be doing something with Secret of Mana soon. So really soon I'll be doing something with the first 3 games in the franchise. So, I mean, that's a first. It was very nice, and here he is, before we go on any further. The ninjas drop items particularly that it is worth your time to pick up. Right now I'm trying to decide what to get rid of. I decide X-Cures aren't as useful as X-Ethers are at this point, because we have the Cure spell. So we can just use the Cure spell, and then if we run on MP, we can use X-Ethers. Now, what I have gotten is an elixir. What an elixir is it combines an X-Cure and combines an X-Ether. So it not only heals you, but it also restores your MP, your magic points. So it's essentially the best of both worlds. If after you get the armor, or if you have space, especially killing ninjas to get elixirs is a good idea, because you could get rid of your X-Cures and your X-Ethers and replace them with elixirs, and you really haven't lost anything. You've actually gained something. Now, I could have, in previous rooms, gone to get more Unicorn, but really with the heal spell, 2 is enough. Because Unicorn heals all status afflictions except for Moogle. Nothing heals that. So, here we are. This room combines 2 of my least favorite things in gaming. Well, one of the least favorite things in this game, another one in gaming in general. Number 1 is precision. Number 2 is ice puzzles. This ice puzzle isn't as bad as the others, because I think it's not hard to do, but you have to guide it through. And it can be very tedious to do, because one misstep and you lose it, and then you have to refill the MP. There are worse ice puzzles in the game, but there we go. So anyway, that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time when we tackle the second boss of the tower. Until then, I am Bulbzac, signing out.